Don't argue. Let karma speak. Learn the art of living wisely. Have you ever wondered why your life keeps getting stuck in an endless cycle of arguments? Do you realize that these disputes not only waste your time, but also lead to unforeseen consequences? Don't let these verbal battles rob you of your inner peace. In this video, we'll reveal a secret that few dare to confront. Don't argue. Let karma speak, and learn how to live wisely. This isn't just simple advice. It's a mysterious guide that could transform your life in a remarkable way. Warning: what you're about to see will make you rethink how you handle conflicts in life. Prepare yourself to face shocking truths and challenging arguments that you may never have considered before. Allowing karma to answer could be the key to unlocking the wisdom you've been searching for. Watch and discover why not arguing and letting karma take care of things might be the best decision you ever make in your life. The beginning of arguments and unforeseen consequences. In modern society, arguments seem to have become an inevitable part of daily life. From casual conversations to heated debates, people always want to defend their views at all costs. But have you ever asked yourself if participating in these endless disputes truly brings any value to you? Or does it just leave your soul exhausted? Arguments not only create conflicts, but also lead to deeper consequences that aren't immediately visible. When people dive into arguments, they often forget that their actions and words will create effects according to the law of karma. In Buddhist philosophy, karma is not just a vague concept, but a natural law that governs all human actions. Good actions lead to good results, while bad actions lead to negative outcomes. In the context of arguments, using harsh words, belittling opponents, or even resorting to violence are all negative seeds that are sown. These seeds will eventually sprout and yield bitter fruits, affecting not only the sower, but also those around them. A familiar story of a quarrel between two close friends vividly illustrates this point. Due to a minor disagreement, they engaged in relentless arguments, hurting each other with harsh words. Even though they eventually reconciled, the scars left in their souls were permanent. Karma and the wisdom of silence. Karma isn't just about actions and direct results. Sometimes, the things we choose not to do can have significant consequences. Silence during an argument, instead of joining in a pointless race, is a sign of wisdom. Silence doesn't mean agreement, but it's a way to avoid sowing more negative seeds. Sometimes silence is the most powerful answer, showing respect for others and preserving your own peace of mind. A classic example is the story of a monk in a remote village. When the villagers falsely accused him and blamed him for things he didn't do, instead of arguing to prove his innocence, the monk remained silent. As time passed, the truth gradually emerged, and those who had falsely accused him regretted their actions. Karma had answered for the monk, and his silence became a symbol of wisdom and compassion. This silence not only protected the monk's honor, but also saved him from the negative consequences that could have arisen had he engaged in the argument. Living wisely in a world full of conflicts. Learning to live wisely is a long journey that requires patience and deep self-awareness. Wisdom isn't about winning every argument, but knowing when to stop and step back. In life, we cannot avoid conflicts and disagreements, but how we face them is what truly matters. A wise person understands that not every situation requires a debate to win. They know that every action has consequences, and that inner peace is more important than winning an argument. A famous story in Western literature tells of a young philosopher. When he went to meet a sage to learn, he brought many questions and sharp arguments to challenge his teacher. However, instead of arguing with him, the sage simply smiled and let the young philosopher find the answers on his own. After many days of reflection, the young philosopher realized that wisdom doesn't lie in being able to answer every question, but in knowing when to stop, listen, and learn. Sometimes, silence and observation are the best ways to learn and grow. The story of inner peace. One of the greatest lessons we can learn from karma is the importance of inner peace. Arguments are often the result of insecurity, anxiety, or feeling threatened. When we are unsure of ourselves, we tend to argue to protect our ego. However, inner peace doesn't come from winning arguments. It comes from accepting and understanding ourselves. When you live with inner peace, you no longer need to prove anything to anyone. You can face conflicts without the need to argue because you know that karma will answer everything. A Zen story tells of a man who frequently encountered unpleasant situations in life. Every time someone criticized or insulted him, he felt angry and wanted to retaliate. However, after years of practicing meditation, he learned to maintain inner peace and no longer reacted to external provocations. One day, when he was severely insulted in front of a crowd, he just smiled and remained silent. Later, he shared with everyone, "Karma will answer for me. I don't need to argue because my peace doesn't depend on others' words." Conclusion. Advice for living wisely. Life is a long series of lessons and experiences. Learning to live wisely isn't easy, but it's a journey worth taking. Arguments don't bring real value. They only hurt both sides. Instead of getting caught up in endless debates, remember that karma always exists and will answer for you. Wisdom lies in the ability to control yourself, maintain inner peace, and not get drawn into meaningless conflicts. In daily life, always remind yourself that every action you take will have consequences. Choose to act with compassion and wisdom, and don't let yourself be dragged into unnecessary arguments. Finally, always trust that karma will answer everything, and that inner peace is the ultimate goal of life. If you find the content on this channel useful and meaningful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to support the channel and receive notifications when new videos are uploaded. Your support motivates me to continue bringing valuable lessons from our ancestors. Let's spread these profound life philosophies to more people. Thank you so much.